it's been a while, but we're back, and now I have to. It's a funny way to start the web games. One may imagine. I'm literally drawing Venezuela. That's not even. There's no. I forgot to put the joke in. There's no joke. That well, actually is what I'm doing. Also, I forget how it's weirdly like it's like this, right? Yeah, that's it. I was kind of. That's kind of goaded. If I just shifted it down, I think I'm actually very correct. If I may, that's incredible work. Now, nobody could have predicted the enclave unless you're from Venezuela. You would not know that. And if I'm Australian, and if you ask me to draw Australia, I would not have a good. I guess I would have to. This is actually not even that far from Australia. You get the peak, and then you have like what Darwin's, like the small peak, and the Queensland tip, and then you just have like a coast. It's not so complicated after all. Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? As one might say. Sorry if I make any strange mouth noises. There was a bit of like. Anyone have a bit of. This is gross, I know. But I don't care. Anyone have a bit of loose skin, like, in your mouth? Well, like, for example, if you be eating, like, chips. You eat a whole bag of chips that are sharp. They're gonna cut your mouth up a little bit. That happens, right? You tank it because it's tasty. But then, like, the aftershock of that is some like, when this, like, slightly injured skin like regrows because the skin in your mouth grows pretty fast, right? Then you have like these strands almost, which eventually will get disconnected. Of like basically what would be a scab, but it's not quite a scab because it's a different sort of. I guess it's maybe the same process. I don't know what I'm talking about. Also, I've never realized that there's actually like a connection here. I guess that makes sense. But I don't usually you don't usually see it on a map. Anyway, Afghanistan. No, not quite. Usually I just guess India for first one, just because I don't. It gets me a good rough grounding. Ethiopia maybe. This is kind of interesting. I'm thinking maybe Egypt. No. Kenya. Kenya is slightly warmer. South Africa is cooler though. Gabon is also cooler. This leaves me in an interesting position. Is it the Maldives? The Maldives is warmer, but not as warm as Ethiopia. It can't be Madagascar, just like thinking about it reasonably, but that means it's some fuck shit like here. But I'm gonna have to guess Madagascar anyway. So the Mugenics soundtrack is stuck in my head. The first few sets of like big songs, like main menu theme, the rat theme. Tasty legs and crispy thighs on my mind type shit. Yeah. But I don't know what this is. I'm pretty much tapped. I can't lie. But Madagascar being the closest it's one of these Saint is Saint Kitts, right? That's the one. No, that's not the one. Okay, we're gonna have to look at a map of worlds because I don't even have a. I can't even cheat on this game. Is the fucking worst part. I have to like. It's the Seychelles. That's actually the Seychelles. Okay. A good thing to remember, I suppose. If you don't know what is going on in like this triangulation, the Maldives is the one here, and the Seychelles is the one here. And if it's not one of those, pray, is I think the conclusion that you end up reaching. Okay, but it's a good reality check, right? Oh yeah, the Thursday 30. Fuck it, we'll do the damn Thursday 30. It embarrassed me last time. I think I got like 5 out of 30. One moment. It's an air pressure thing, y'all. Put it by my door. Not that you would know anything about that. Leaving the first video in the first 5 minutes is a bold move. But this is Iceland 2. This is the second Iceland, but it's not got any like little bits from it. So this may be like, is this what Serbia looks like? What's right below Serbia? Kosovo is above Serbia, but I don't know what's below it. Montenegro. It's not Croatia. Bosnia. Slovakia. Slovenia. North Macedonia. Ah, yes. I was thinking of that when I wasn't really thinking about it. I was mixing up the flags in my head is what I was doing. So that's sort of where I ended up there. What else do we got? We got flags. Man like me with some flags. Oh no, you're using an ad blocker. Never guilt trip me out of my ad blocker again, buddy. You don't know who you messing with. Sure, Albania, I guess. Okay, this is no, is this Norway? I'm tripping myself out. Is this the Faroe Islands? It is Norway. What is the Faroe Islands flag? It is this, but all the colors are rotated. The blue is red, the white is blue, and the red is white. So like it was literally like that's real confusing. But this is obviously Norway. I thought they wouldn't put an easy question, but this is a randomized web-based video game. It's not like a complicated matter. One might even call it a roguelike. Anyway, bandle me. Let's just play bandle. Don't even like mess with it. Just hit the bandle. I'll even activate my damn desktop audio. Maybe later, buddy. I'm not paying you shit. 2014, 1.2 billion views. I was there, so I should really know this. That's not 2014, I don't think. It might actually be that, even though I don't think it is that. My brain. I know it, but I don't know the name of it. I'm sure I'll know it as soon as I hear one more tune. Stay With Me? Yes, that's the guy. I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing. I don't, cause you're all I need. Yeah, whatever. Not worth my time, buddy. Anyway, start the damn quiz. Where is mainland Europe's most western point? Is Ireland? Iceland must be slightly west of Ireland. Portugal? Oh, mainland. Okay, so I was right, but Ireland and Iceland are not mainland, and Portugal is mainland. They fucked me on that one, but I didn't read the question. Listen, that's what it's been so long. That's what they told you when they do exams, right? Is read the question. No, I failed that. This ancient port city has traded with the world for millennia. Muscat is the capital of Yemen. Is one of these Yemen or Oman? I don't remember. Ankara, Messi is the capital of. I have to imagine. Ankara is Turkey's capital. Istanbul is not Turkey's capital. The fuck? Capital of Turkey. It fucking is. It's like a Canberra situation. That's fucked up, man. I thought it was just decided that Istanbul. This must be what people who think Sydney is the capital of Australia think, huh? The Amazon, where does it come from? This is a trick question. I'm gonna click Brazil even though I know it's wrong. How could I guess that it originates in Peru? Have I studied the origin of the Amazon River? No. What is Erebus? I have to imagine it's a volcano. Yes, it's the I don't know what the root of the language is, but that the whatever words are going on in here is mountainous in nature. Furthest from the ocean, most landlocked. Well, it's not Chad. It might be. It's either Mongolia, but I think Kazakhstan is actually closer than Mongolia. Oh, maybe it's gonna be close. Whatever. So this is the reverse of that one. This is the Philippines. I mean, come on, Southeast Asia question. They're giving me a freebie. It is June and the sun rises at 9:45 a.m. That's late, which means it's winter, which means that it's the southern hemisphere. None of it has to be Argentina, right? Yes. How many times larger is Africa in landmass than Greenland? I'm gonna go ahead and say, well, 50 times is probably really. I thought it was. I'm overcorrected for the Mercator on that one. That's my bad. Which capital city is furthest from Wellington, New Zealand? Now, this is like an Earth visualization. What's on the exact opposite? If you put the axis one end of the North Pole was in Wellington, where would the other end be? Well, it's not going to be Madrid. It might be London. It's certainly not Tokyo. I'm going to say London. Okay, I literally said it's not going to be. Its antipodal point lies in northwestern Spain. It's far. Okay, it was 100. It was 1,000 kilometers off. Can I say my mental math on that, not knowing what the globe of the Earth looks like off the top of my head? Okay, this grok ass like web design is pissing me off for sure, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Majority of the landmass of South America lies to the what of Miami, Florida. What, southwest, east? Is this a trick question? Miami is 80 west. Most of Brazil is east of Miami. East is. Okay, no, that makes sense in a globe context, I suppose. But, like, I don't know. I feel like that's a trick question. It's south because it's all south. I don't care if it's east also, but the answer is south, not east, west, or north. Because that's all right, left, and up. Obviously, all of it. I feel like you've tricked yourself with this question. South is the correct answer. You just didn't put it in here because you knew that that would be the correct answer, and then you tricked us. Newgrange is an island. I know that. Okay, it's the other Stonehenge. It's not Stonehenge. So it's not Cuba, but it is Cuba. It's not Puerto Rico, is what I meant to say, but I know that. What is closest to Seoul? Well, Tokyo is pretty close. Well, it's kind of close. There's a, it's one. It's either Cambodia's capital or Tokyo, and I'm gonna have to guess Tokyo. That's Saudi Arabia. China shares a land border with Afghanistan. False. It does apparently. There's a walk-on corridor. I didn't know that. Source CIA, by the way. I'm sure China would. Well, they might not dispute it. They might say actually we own it all, but I don't know. I'm unfamiliar with the current Chinese foreign policy, so you can't blame me for that. Fewest number of countries you need to pass through to travel from Finland to North Korea. Well, there's Russia, so it's one. Finland borders Russia. Yes. Famously, what's his name? The Iron Sniper, the White Sniper. I don't know. What percentage of Turkey's landmass is located in Europe as opposed to Asia? Isn't this like a political question? 10%, 3%. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. At around 730 kilometers, France shares its longest land border with probably Germany. What? French Guiana shares a longer border with Brazil than any of France's European borders. This legally does not count. No one gives a fuck. You trick question, motherfucker. Which peninsula contains the most sovereign nations? It's the Balkan Peninsula. I thought sovereign nations was its own trick question, but it's just literally nations. But I guess it's sovereign. 8th correct answer is not impressive knowledge. ChatGPT, fucking variable correct answer injection into sentence. Fuck me. Sunsets in the Indian Ocean. So the Indian Ocean would have, right? It sets in the west, right? Indian Ocean. none of these countries? Trick question. They're all Tanzania and Madagascar. Okay. Westward views. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Bay of Bengal. Never mind, that's not a sea, my guy. It says bay, it's not a sea, but it could be a trick question. The Jamaica, it's got the stripes and the yeah the cross. Newfoundland territory, Denmark, France, I guess, Saint Pierre and Miquelon. How many UN recognized countries? How the fuck would I know? I guessed it right. That was a vibes based guess. But anyway, which nation is closest to the mainland of Australia? PNG, buddy. I mean, if I got this one wrong, I think I would be deported. This is one of the two. Slovenia, because that's Guardian. Or is Guardian Slovakian? I don't know. But I know Slovakia because that's frozen, so. Cave of Swimmers, where is it? Literally, I don't know. Algeria, Egypt, who cares? It's probably famous. All things considered. North American and Eurasian tectonic plates at Albanaya. I'm gonna guess Chile. Oh, it's Iceland, my bad. Furthest distance from north to south. Chile. Well, this is you gave me the most obvious one. Come on. 10 maybe? 12? Not quite half. 14. Not bad. Almost half. Literally by one. I mean, like, that's... I'm definitely in the below average on this one because it's all, like, a lot of it is literally chance, okay? There's no way you knew a lot of these. Although it is, some of them are sort of guess-based, like, intellectual guesses, but you're not gonna get me riled up over some shit like this. Especially when it's something I don't care about. Stuff I care about that no one else cares about, that's the real good stuff right there. Anyway, finance. These graphs. Pick a stock. Something that ended 2024 at its peak. But it was chopped. What happened? My litmus test is what happened to it during COVID and what can I connect. So, COVID, it went a bit down, but then started really ramping. It wouldn't. I don't know what it would be really, and I don't see why Cat would be at a peak now. It's not like we're doing that much more construction. Maybe Pepsi. Okay, now we know the market cap. I don't know what Philip Morris makes, and it's not going to be Pfizer, so I guess it's okay. Whatever. What is Philip Morris? What do they do? Tobacco. Okay, well, I guess people be smoking. I don't know. I don't know what it means really. I don't know if I don't know what they are. I can't really guess. Like that's the only one I didn't know what they were. Like anyway, Google Trends popularity. Okay, we can look at the peak here in 2022 quarter two. Blue peaked. I don't see why Ronaldo would have nothing for all these years in which he was definitely playing and was relevant. I feel like it's gonna be Elon Musk or Taylor Swift. Obama would have peaked somewhere in like his administration at least. I don't see why 2022 Obama would have done anything. I'm gonna say Elon, right? That messed up because he bought Twitter, right? So then he did all that shit. Yes, exactly. Whatever. Who cares? I care. I'm being a bit negative today. Okay. Don't mind me. Okay. Something with the purple consistently stayed above the blue. But the peak of the purple was in the sort of late 1800s, early 1900s. It's not going to be email. It could be stove, but fireplace, it feels like should have not... I don't know what stove would have done to have dipped this far then. Maybe light bulb. The peak of the light bulb occurred after the peak of the stove. What a weird statement. It could be quill. How am I supposed to know when the fuck the peak of the stove is? Okay, whatever website made this, they forgot to like code out the Okay, this is literally all AI. I don't even half of websites are written by AI these days, so it's hard to really accept love and heart. So like my soul is dampened anyway. So whatever. But forgive me for not being enthusiastic about it. In that case, 2024 U.S. born male babies. This is cursed. Hayden, Braden, Aiden, Jaden, Caden, Zayden. I have to imagine Zayden's pretty low. Aiden is a normal name. Braden is normal. Is not normal, but it's probably higher because it's like a you know. I have to imagine it's something like this. Okay, let's do a swapsies like this. Okay, fine. Braden is somehow very low, despite somehow some being somewhat normal. Aiden being number one. I didn't want to believe it because it made too much sense. But yes, Aiden and Jaden are like Aiden is purely normal. Jaden is almost normal. Caden and Hayden and Braden. Well, Braden is more normal than Caden and Hayden. Hayden is in normal order. It would be Aiden, Braden, Hayden, Jaden, Caden, and Zayden is definitely like, I don't know. I'm insulting a lot of people here. If you're an Aiden, I don't bat an eye. That's just a guy. If your name is Jaden or Braden, I might be like, okay, that's a little curious. Hayden is like, you know, you can pull it off. Caden is like, okay, your parents were having a bit of fun, and Zayden, they're just trolling you, I think. But you can own any name. It's just well, most names, but it's a matter of conviction. You have to embody it, which is sort of nominative determinists be like type situation. I'm gonna go ahead and reject all. Okay, it's a Valentine's Day today. It's also a Valentine's Day. I realize. Hold on, let me put that in my title. V-Day stream. In case someone somehow was like, that's relevant to my interest. Spikes BLM Jump Junior High Gumbum. Okay. Connections. Sully. I'm struggling to find even any connection. Lump, mound, bump, hump. Yeah, protuberance, as one might put it. Something you do to take a hike. I don't know. Junior. Dr. Pepper, Dr. Phillips. I don't know where Dr. Phillips. Dr. Sully? Dr. Woody? I feel like I'm kind of close on this, but I don't know on what manner I'm close on. Okay, well, not that manner, clearly. Is this like an Allen situation? We now know it's Woody Phillips and Sully, but I couldn't tell you what else it is. Spike, rise, jump, hike. Like a thing that go up. Uptick. Yes. Pear. I mean, there's a wood. I don't know. I legitimately don't know. Gump is throwing me. I don't know what. It's not even a word, bro. What is Gump? Gump, Sully, Woody, Pepper. Okay, brilliant. Tom Hanks roles. Words before mint. I disagree with you. Okay, before Junior Mint is not a thing. Breath Mint, Peppermint, and Spearmint. First of all, Peppermint and Spearmint are breath mints in a manner of speaking, but I understand that they're also the wrong thing. So I'm gonna let's say 3 and 1. That's cheating. Junior Mint is not real. If you think that it's real, I have to imagine you're American, in which case you're not real. I don't know who Phillips is. I guess Gump is Forrest. That's the only I was thinking about that, but then I don't know. I think Sully is the soldier guy, and Woody is like, oh wait, Tom Hanks does do Woody. I forget because voice actors. forget when they're real actors doing voice actors. I don't usually cross the lines on that one, but I suppose they can do that. It's none of my business, really, at the end of the day. Six seven. Sorry, it's a brainworm. I thought this was an ad. It is an ad, but it's their own ad, so it doesn't go anywhere. Wolf Ergonomics and Klein Heritage are two US-made brands of what everyday tool? Spatula. Orange handled pair of gloves. Scissor. Okay. I wouldn't know Ergonomics, Heritage, and Fiskars producing. I guess that's a pair of gloves or scissors or whatever. I could have gotten it right. The Cabrillo National Monument at its tip. West Coast City. America mentioned. I don't know what the West Coast of America is. What are the cities on the West Coast? Sacramento. That's California, right? Okay. I don't know any other cities in California. LA. SoCal, like I know. San Diego, that's in California. San Francisco and San Diego are also different places, I think. I'm not joking. I didn't know this. What AMC show was famously nominated for 28 primetime Emmys, winning 0 of them? This lines up well with the Better Call Saul release window, so that would be the only way that this makes sense. I didn't know it didn't win any. I'm not sure if it deserves to or not. I haven't watched it yet. But, I mean, 2050 to 2023. I know that Better Call Saul ended in 2023, so that would make sense. Take On Me, Don't Speak, and Such Great Heights are Elephant Love medley by a Broadway musical. I don't know. It's not Cats, though. It's a musical. Baz Luhrmann. The fuck? French word for red. Moulin Rouge. Moulin, I was actually right. That's Northern Lion in my head. He spoke to me on that one. That's the only reason I know this word. Somehow they gave me Moulin Rouge for Moulin Rouge, but I'm not gonna argue. They probably were like, this guy gets it, kind of. If you have an aquiline nose, it curves at the beaks of what birds? Toucans. Bird that isn't a falcon. Eagle. Yes, okay. I mean, 7 points isn't bad. All things, it's nearly 50%, which is, I mean, that's kind of our method these days. It's a modern method, one might say. Anyway, food guess at me. We'll do plate off first because I'm feeling hungry. Not that hungry. I forget that dim sims are technically Australian. It's like a, what do you call it? I don't think it's really fair, but I guess it is, whatever. I don't even think I've really ever eaten them. Not gonna lie. Like, I would, if I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna either have a dumpling or I'm gonna have a samosa. Like, what am I gonna do with the dim sum? No disrespect. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm saying I don't go to a place that serves them. Anyway, this is brioche. I mean, come on. It's bread from Belgium. It's gonna be good. Bonda. I can't lie. I've never heard of it, even though I am Indian. Bread and fried roll. Okay, this is biased from looks. I'm sure this actually tastes pretty good too. Chicken and broccoli. This is just this is the image, the fanciest I made some bullshit ever. The photo is gonna make this one win, but this is probably just as good. It's beans, rice, and like meat. You know. I thought this was a meat. No, it's a sugarcane juice. Like it's chocolate. But this image this is the worst image of this you could possibly have. These are cheeky, I guess. This is like a regional linguistic difference, but yeah, this is delicious, but this is not the image to do it. And usually the ones I get don't look vibrantly like maroon colored, and the image is not meant to be from this close. You should have taken the packet one. Like these are like someone's homemade attempts. So it's like this should not be 44. It should be like 80. It's a sugary, nutty treat. Fries and sauce. This is the Belgian chip buddy. That looks fucking delicious. Anyone who says that fries don't work in a sandwich has not eaten fries in a sandwich with some sauce. It's sloppy and it's delicious. The shooter sandwich is gonna. Oh, really? They like kebab. They don't like sandwiches. Dachua or cheese. Manchego is a cheese that's well enough known. This is a fancy looking sweet treat. Could have been either one. How was one to know? A Suriname sandwich. Is there any meat in this sandwich? Codfish. Okay, well, I mean, codfish is okay. Really, that was close. There wasn't a good photo. That's my main criticism. Deep fried Mars bar goes pretty hard, all things considered. The Singapore sling is undoubtedly tasty, though. This should not be 50%. People are lying to pretend like they're healthy. Machos alla Parmesan. It has Parmesan in the name. They can't lose to this, at least. Okay, we were below the average. I forgot that they did all the... They have like a full stats page. I haven't done this on my computer in a while. Butter, sugar, eggs. This is from the UK or from France. Let's guess both of them. Well, if that's the case, this is what, Japan? Louise cake. Okay, it's Australian. I didn't mean to guess Austria. Okay, I don't even have a comprehension. It's New Zealand. Okay, can I say something? If Australia and New Zealand, if Australia, was that cool? It said. I know I got the direction wrong. Australia and New Zealand are not cool. They are the only countries next to each other. It has to be like burning hot. Like, I know there's a distance between the countries, but your scientific like method that you used here is wrong. Cause like it's obviously like it's right there, man. Fried spam can only be from either the UK or the US. Literally, I was correct, by the way. I would eat it. Like, I'm not gonna besmirch fried spam. If you fry it, there's nothing wrong with it. That's made to be like cooked. Tea, yerba mate. Yerba mate is from Brazil. Yes, I guess it's from South America in general, I suppose. Hey, look at that. We recovered after a rough first one. There are 5 rounds now? Used to be only 3, right? I guess they got enough like data now to have 5. Okay, this looks disgusting, but I'm sure it's probably tasty once it's cooked. They put a raw image in it for some reason. Everyone knows that like most meats don't look that good when they're just laid bare like this, with all the like gross parts showing, especially when this is a particularly gross part. Pecorino cheese. This seems weirdly Italian. Yes. I mean, if you're gonna put pecorino in it, like specify pecorino. I mean, I'm pretty good, bro. Egg preserved in clay. I'm gonna go ahead and see that these are the century eggs from China, right? Yes, I actually know exactly what they are. I didn't mean to yum it, to be clear. But whatever. Final score me. Super foodie. Do we get a? Can we see the stats, please? This is not a 0. This is the game lying to me. I guess Australia. I would have probably gotten New Zealand if I didn't typo and put Australia. But anyway, that's a pretty good, like, off the top of my head, like, my culinary skills are better than most of my other trivia, which is interesting. Certainly, it's interesting. I think, doesn't Costco, isn't it still, like, outdated? I'm gonna double check on this shit. We'll do it anyway. What do I care? 12-pack of bottles of premium iced tea. That iced tea is one of the sweetest things, like cheapest, not sweetest, it's unsweetened for sure. One of the cheapest things you could buy. It's probably like, I'm gonna say $6.99. Actually, you know what? $5.99 for 12. Fuck it, whatever. Okay, they put the expensive one. $7.99? Really? $12.99. It was $15.49. Okay. I'm gonna be upfront with you. They're getting scammed if you're buying 12-pack 15. Like you could probably buy it cheaper here, unconverted. Like this was actually in like a ripoff. So it must be good then. Like if this is not good, then what's the point in bulk buying all this? I guess it's sort of like a distribution thing. You might want to buy for like a party maybe, but what kind of party serves unsweetened original black tea? It's kind of an interesting choice. You know, unsweetened to be the kind of beast that drinks unsweetened tea just like raw. There's nothing wrong with it, to be clear, but it's kind of just like water plus. So like it's an interesting decision, is all I'm saying. I get it, like you don't, because I'm the number one proponent of like I like water, but I also like a nice treat beverage. So that's where I land on that little beef, you know. Where did I put more or less? Did I not put more or less in this damn in my damn? Okay, I did put it here. I missed my own link, by the way. That's an incredible performance from me. I'm a great beast. More monthly searches, Minions of Sony. I have to imagine it's Sony. They're a company. They do things. This was okay. That's a little weird. I can't imagine Wemby is clearing 5 million. There can't be that many prospective ballers. FaZe probably okay. People don't fuck with FaZe. I forgot about FaZe falling off. My bad, Joel. Backstreet Boys or Luke Bryan. This fucking smoothing filter is crazy. I'm gonna hope against hope that the Backstreet Boys are still popular enough to clear a random guy. Ice Spice also fell off, but I don't know if it's like that drastic. I guess it is. I say fell off in like a colloquial sense. I mean, it's Scissor, and I'm clicking it partially to get off my screen because I'm worried. I shouldn't be really worried. She's not actually showing anything, but it's Scissor's not gonna be defeated for a while if she's gonna stay on our screen. This is difficult. She can't be above 18. Okay, society is in an interesting place. I don't really give a shit about like the messaging of Megan Trainor. Although if you re-listen to All About That Bass, it's kind of an interesting like analysis of the times that we were in when that song came out. You know, like if you try and look at it from a critical eye, the further we get from it, the more it becomes like an analysis of the times we're in. And you start really wondering about like the social conditions that constructed such a song. And anyway, higher rating: The Power of the Dog or No Way Home. Well, No Way Home actually got pretty decent ratings, all things considered. I can't imagine The Power of the 8.2 is maybe overselling it. Apocalypse Now, isn't that like a historic movie? Yes, it was only 0.2 better than Spider-Man, of course. Unfortunately, I don't think Sailor Moon Eternal is outperforming. Hobbs and Shaw can't be above a 7. That's just disrespectful to the art of filmmaking, I have to imagine. Money Plane is generationally bad, and that's like RFK's cousin. Or I guess JFK's cousin. Police Academy 3 can't be a 3.2. I mean, it's bad, but like, come on. That's kind of where we're at. The Adam Project, I mean, listen, this is slop, but it can't be this sloppy, you know? Krampus, okay, now you're putting some dog shit on my screen. But it's a horror movie, so I'm guessing it has like some cult. Never mind, people hate it anyway. They have a spell check game in here, so I want to do that spell check game. And for this, I'm doing some back-to-back spelling as well.
Soft. Soft is an adjective describing something that is not hard or firm.
Okay.
Balance. Turret.
We get the easy one. These easy ones are really easy.
Claustrophobia.
I don't know about easy, but it's certainly commonly used. I don't know about how common it is as a phenomenon.
Quotidian.
Okay, that's
Quotidian. Quotidian is an adjective meaning ordinary or occurring every day. She grew tired of the quotidian routine.
If it's not quotidian, I don't know what else it is. I've seen it used once or twice, so that's kind of where I'm. Okay, okay. There's only 5. That makes sense. I was wondering, the difficulty spike was a little bit curious, but that makes a lot more sense. Don't worry about all that. Spell check me. This is the OG, of course. The buggier, worse one, but
Ravine. A noun meaning a small, narrow, steep
I wouldn't call it small.
sidekick. A noun meaning a person closely associated with another. Thunderbolt. A noun meaning a single
Decent Pokemon move.
barefoot. A adverb or adjective meaning with
The layman's fetish, one might say.
escapade. A noun meaning a usual
I have nothing against foot fetishists, by the way, to be clear. In fact, it seems, I think they live the best life because it's sort of like, it's like having, I don't know, it'd be like enjoying, what's a good analogy for this? It's cooking in my brain, you know? I can't think of a good analogy for this. But basically what I'm trying to say is like it's something that's so easy to satisfy and gets you it's like the risk-free aura points because it's so normal that people don't really freak out about it at all, which is a great place to be in if you aren't like you don't want to push the boundaries, which as much as I might criticize your cowardice, it's you don't control yourself in that manner, right? The brain's neurons, they fire, is what I mean to say. And so you like feet, which is like chill. But it's sort you get like you get the buff from not just being a guy who likes the obvious things, having something that's like in the most normal basic of conventions, a little off the beaten path, and yet having it so easily like satisfied because everybody has feet and most people will probably like acquiesce if you're in a relationship or if you're like around other people and you're around like-minded individuals and things get freaky. You're not really gonna have any trouble with the feet thing, as my guess. Now this may be wrong. I may be overestimating the normal world. Maybe things have changed, but I'm just like
trifle. A noun meaning some
yes.
numerology. A noun meaning the
What else could it be?
dainty. A noun meaning
Nice little word.
fomentation. A noun meaning the
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is. I could have heard
denominator. A noun meaning the part
the
of
shit under the damn thing.
dosages. A noun meaning the
Yeah, multiple doses when you get real hungry at an Indian restaurant. I'm not a huge dosa fan, by the way. It's so funny. Like, I guess maybe this makes me a fraud in some manner of speaking, right? But like, whenever I hear some like actual Westerners or people who are not Indian at all, I say at all because I'm Indian, but I'm also just kind of Indian because some people call me a coconut. I would say my culinary tastes are definitely grounded in India's usage of spice in a manner of speaking, right? But like when somebody talks about enjoying like idlis and dosas and being like, like when someone uses that as like an appeal point, be like, yeah, I'm like you. I'm like, I have to pick a lane, right? Either I smile and nod so that the harmonious connection continues, or I just like lay it on them and be like, I don't really like idlis are okay, dosas are okay. It's not my thing. No pohe. No, if they don't know about the pohe yet because they don't serve it at most places. For I wouldn't say for a good reason, but for a reason. So you're not gonna get like oatmeal. You might get omelets if you're at like a hotel breakfast, but you're probably not gonna get an omelet at like an outside restaurant situation, right? So it's like that kind of thing. But they could if they could get away with charging a lot of money for some good ass pohe. No disrespect. Like they could just fleece the white people. A little bit of flavor on that shit.
maillot. A noun meaning tights for dancers or gymnasts. French is a Romance language originating
Yeah, I
from the
know.
Latin spoken in Gaul. Maillot.
I don't know what milieu is. I know milieu, and I was like, maybe that's it.
Martinet. A noun meaning a strict disciplinarian.
Yeah, sure.
Plagiarism. A noun meaning an act. Gamble.
Okay, it was probably AOL, right? Yes, that was the other one. I wish if I had waited, I would have heard it. Melio. It was literally mail it. the French be like. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is I'm cool and I'm special and I'm different. That's my conclusion out of all of this, by the way. Oh god. Some bullshit. Sportsman, I don't know. Boxing ring. Definition. A definition is bow. Photo. Victor Neil Nate. Victor V. Neil Nate V. I don't know. There's no indication whatsoever that you would have to use V as Victor, by the way. But I would just like to make that clear. They just wanted you to figure that shit out based of damn old nothing. So Neil Nate V. Valentine, obviously, you fucking Philistine. It's Valentine's Day. Of course it's Valentine. I don't know where the Rocky part came from. Oh, okay. Some nearby photo is unfucking stable. Well, no shit, it's Valentine's Day. Everyone's unstable. Virtue signaling. I'm virtue signaling as someone who's upset about being single. You know, I wouldn't call myself upset. I would call myself perhaps complacent to a degree of problematicness, but we're not gonna do all that. Where were we? I'm thinking we bring back the Poké Dolls just because I need some, like, juice. I need some wins. I'm not doing game, dude. And do I know this? I did not know Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, although I'm sure it's Kino. I'm sure it's a niche gem, as one might say. Pokedoku. It's been a while. Hoenn Water type. Well, I could just use. I was gonna say Empoleon, but that's Gen 4, buddy. Was Bronzong in this generation? I don't actually. I'm gonna guess Bronzor. Am I right? Oh fuck! God damn it. Okay, well let me just Mudkip and then Swampert. Fucking, I'll go easy mode. Ghost Water. Jellicent female, I suppose. Why not? Groundwater. Yeah, I know, bro. That's what it's called. Seismitoad, my goat. Ghost Steel. Delmise is not Ghost Steel. Sure, we'll go Doublade. Ground Steel? Excadrill. I don't know if the Mega is still Ground Steel, even though I did play with Excadrill Mega when I played ZA. Ghost Final Evolution. I'm thinking a Chandelier. In the Ground Final Evolution. I'm thinking Rune Reich. No, I don't know if that guy's ground. Let's not go risky mode. Let's just Crocodile. Yeah, I didn't get it, bro. Hoenn Steel. I had the wrong. Okay, the Metagross. Basically any motherfucker that has a Mega is in here. All the Hoenn Steel types have a Mega Evolution, huh? Except Jirachi, but that's legendary, so I'm forgetting it. That's interesting. I didn't actually know that as a trivia point. As a fun little tidbit, as one might say. Pokadal Leagues. I didn't know all that, but let's see. Let's see what they can handle with this. Guess. So Waddle is my Swadloon. Sorry, my bad. My classic guess. I'm obviously gonna have all the gen. There's no point in guessing if I'm not gonna make it hard for myself. If it's easy, it's too easy. I need a little bit of a challenge, but an achievable one. Okay, newer Pokemon, so it's gonna be hard. My knowledge dips off a cliff after Gen 6. 7 is like borderline. 8 and 9, but literally, I can probably guess them, but it's rough. Not bug, not grass. It is fully evolved, which means it's probably third or first stage, right? What's the Gen 7 fire type? Starter. Incineroar, right? It is not fire, but okay, it's a one stager from a higher gen. Probably monotype if I had to guess. Okay. It could be a legendary. It's not green, yellow, red, or black. Fucking Miraidon, why not? It is secondary dragon from Gen 9. Coridon? No, not quite, y'all. Also, there's no blue or yellow in that motherfucker. What's the dragon types from Gen 9, huh? That's rough. Gen 9 is Paradox Pokemon. I forget what's the... But it's not secondary dragon, it's secondary dark. Water dragon. Oh, it's a Tatsugiri. That's right, that's right. What? Oh, it's not Tatsugiri. Oh, fuck. Because Tatsugiri is dragon water, and I'm looking for a water dragon, actually. That's interesting. What? Single stage water dragon as opposed to dragon water. What's it called? What's the Suicune? I don't know what it's called. Steaming mist or something. I just call it Paradox Suicune or whatever, but whatever, Weedle. I know it's not Weedle, bro. It is named after... Yeah, I know what it is. I don't know what it's called, because their Paradox naming system is fucking hard to remember. I'm not going to call it bad. It's probably fine. I can't put ing in. Yeah, bro, that's the Suicune thing. I just don't know what it's called. Are they gonna let me die? Can I give up? Okay, they're not gonna let me give up. Suicune Paradox. Walking Wake. That's what it's called. Yes, it's Walking Wake. Okay, well, we're gonna get Silhouette in one, unless it's Gen 9 Paradox Pokemon. Okay, that's kind of tricky. It's like Cleffa with a tail. Is this Whisma? It's a fairy type. It is Slurpuff. It's not Slurpuff. Yeah. It's the Slurpuff. It's the little guy. It's not Snubble. What's his name? Swirlix. Yes, that guy. The pre-evolution. No one ever thinks about, but I'm familiar. Long vine from its head, as if it were an animal. When an unsuspecting prey draws near, this Pokemon swallows it whole. I don't know, Victory Bell? That seems like it makes a lot of sense. Is this Olive? Smoliv? No, what's the middle evolution? The teenager form? Smoliv? I don't know what is Smoliv's middle evolution. I'm just gonna Google it. What? Smoliv middle. It evolves into. Can you tell me? Can you just fucking Doliv? Yes. Yes, I knew what it was. I just didn't know its name. This I used your full evolution, grass normal type. Pretty good Pokemon actually. I liked it. It was cute. I don't know what versus is. I'm not gonna click it, and I'm not gonna do Poke Grid because I've doubled down already. I don't need a triple down. Let's see what movie to movie and the kind of the goats at the end, and also movie to movie, which is not the goats. It's far from it. I'm not even gonna pretend to know whatever's going on in that. So let's just do Rattle. Don't even get me twisted, bro. Fortnite? From Fortnite to action. Okay. Gun posting. It's an Olympic theme. The Winter Olympics are going on right now. I wouldn't know about all that. All I see is the Twitter post about the condoms running out. I don't know why you would... I guess you should supply them, but if I was the athletes... I guess pregnancy is probably a hindrance to their competition, but I don't know. If you're looking to retire, nothing better than having... I guess it would be difficult to get it done, but like, I don't know. I'm sure they can afford their own protection. But anyway, let's just not even talk about all that. Add a letter. It's got to be one of these two. It's not going to be Torf. So it's going to be a low-fare airline. Rented? I don't know. Let's not pretend that we would be able... Yes, I don't know what low-fare airline they're talking about. Frontier. Yeah, I don't live in America. I would never have gotten Frontier Airlines. I've never taken one of those fucking planes. You fucking bullshit American scum. Sorry. I like to lash out at the Americans because the internet is made by them and it's made for them and we're forced to listen to them. But then again, I'm a, wannabe otaku. Like, it's like Space the Final Frontier. Drop the first letter and anagram for a farming tool. Lena. Something final is a simple cocktail. The semi-finals are right before the grand finals. Dimes, which is not a currency to be clear, but it is some currency in the sense of like money item. I get it. Nickel and dimes. Am I crazy? Isn't it nickel and dime? What's wrong with this one? If it's this one and I've just somehow spelled nickel wrong. Oh, nickels and dimes. Well, it's nickel and dimes. The S is optional, okay? I'm just telling you this as a person with a soul. Drop the first sickle. Yes, I'm familiar. It's a tool. Change the first letter. Pickle. Pickle is not a condiment. Pickle is a topping or an ingredient. A condiment is something that you like spread or put on a tube. That's not how it fucking works, buddy. The word toppings are for things like mushrooms and pickles. The fucking linguistic guys logged on. Condiment. Yeah, man, every single thing I'm Googling is like, this shit is like usually a paste-like in some manner. I'm not gonna accept that a pickle is a condiment. Fuck you. Pickleball, a modern sport for those who have no soul. I'm just kidding. I'm sure it's a great way to get your millennial bones moving, but I'm not part of that. Highball, simple cocktail. Aim high. Mia action. Missing in action. Okay, I mean, I only got it wrong because of the one that I literally couldn't have known. I guess I could have derived it from zeroth principles, from the fucking loam of the soil. That's kind of beyond me, don't you think? Scran me. Private hot dog or brisket taco. That shit looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, and more. Fucked up sausage in a damn thing. I'm gonna go ahead and not click fucked up sausage. This chorizo bop, which is not a bop, but I'll let it slide. Smoked salmon bagel, which is expensive, or kind of fucked up cheeseburger. This has got a pint, even though it's lowly rated because of the price, even though you're at an expensive game. Greek style kebab and chips, sorry, that shit looks fucking delicious. I'm fucking salivating like a dog. Boiled chips and gravy, looks pretty good. Looks pretty decent, all things considered. Chicken cocks in her. Sorry, that was too much. That was too crude. The jerk chicken salad looks decent. People love the chicken suppository, I suppose. That looks fucking good. Brazilian barbecue, man. Come on. Loaded nachos that don't look like the worst thing I've ever seen. Or cheese and ham toasty with the hot chocolate. $9.75 is too expensive, but the meal itself is fine. You can make this at home and have a great time. You don't need to go to a sporting event to have an inferior version. The Urawa Red Diamond steak and rice with a pint. Kirin? Maybe? Fried chicken sharing platter's got to clear. This is maybe some of the worst bowls Japan has put forward. Pork katsu with rice. This is a slightly better bowl. The balancing is a bit off, and I don't know how you're going to cut open the pork katsu sitting down without he's going to dig into your damn legs. Macaroni and cheese, I would honestly prefer it, but I'm sure this will win. And I'm glad this is at least 80%. People aren't hating on the mac and cheese. Pretty good scran today. I only really got the chicken cocks wrong, which I'm entitled to get wrong, honestly. Dare I say? You know what? Let me unmute the audio for the golf. Maybe this would be like an I love you situation. Please disappear off the top of my damn screen, by the way. Thank you. I haven't played on my mouse in a long time, so I forget the power controls. I'm a phone kind of guy. I'm thinking a bit of... No, I'm thinking not that. That's pretty good. I mean, you would rather do these slowly, no? That is also pretty good. Yeah, I'm thinking... Okay, we don't have the kind of power to make that kind of move. That's not even... It's kind of a miracle that didn't work out. I need to go a bit stronger. Not bad. Do I want to... No, there's nothing to Hail Mary to. This I can maybe try. Okay, we nearly hit like an edge bug, but don't worry about all that. I'm locked in, guys, by the way. So just so you know, I'm locked in. Fuck it, just send it now. I couldn't even send it, bro. Fuck it. I'm the kind of beast and the kind of idiot, to be honest with you, to get absolutely tilted on these and just absolutely lose my mind. Hey, look at that. It's got a heart. That's like 5+, right? 1+, not bad. It's just a bogey. We can tank a bogey in this day and age, man. Shit's tough. Have I done this one today already? I may have done it. If I've done it, it'll end here. Because I do the catfishings on my phone most days. Which means I need to do it on my phone now so that I can do it in parallel and not cheat. Because I usually don't stream it. So we gotta get this thing open so I can be honest, you know, so I can be earnest. I hadn't done this one before. Okay. Creamy dishes featuring butter, pasta dishes, casserole convenience foods. I was thinking mash, but like, not that we don't call it mash, it's mashed potatoes, by the way, here. But pasta dishes that are creamy and feature butter, I'm thinking mac and cheese, but that's like convenience foods, and there's no cheese mentioned, even though it's creamy. Milk dishes. Mac and cheese. Okay, it is mac and cheese. I'm glad I got that one right. I don't know about convenience store. Convenient. Oh, it's just convenience foods. Yeah, okay. It's a convenience food. This looks fucking good. Although maybe you could flip it upside down into like a plate that I can actually comfortably eat instead of having to like edge guard against the damn food. But sure. Film set in Texas from 1999, black comedy films about malware arson, engineers, and hypnosis. Termination of employment in popular culture about computer hacking. Satirical. I don't know. Is this Swordfish? No, it's Office Space. I've never heard of it. Let's just keep that one going. 1964 Indian lawyers. I feel like I've heard of this guy, but I forget his name. I'm gonna know it once I see it, but I don't know it from the top. Yes, Nehru. Yes, I remember Nehru. People blame this guy for the he was the first prime minister. Yeah. People blame him for the stagnation of India, but also there's not much he could have done. There's a lot of complex geopolitical issues that I really don't want to get into it because I don't know enough, and I'm also not. This is not my soapbox. I have my soapbox is weeb degeneracy. My soapbox is not like socio-political history of the independence of India. That's not my field, at least. So I'm going to skip on that on my phone. I'm just keeping parallel so that my scores aren't cheating. 1888, former tallest buildings in the U.S. Obelisks. The Washington Monument, yeah. It's kind of impressive that thing was ever the tallest thing, you know? It was made a while ago. Building process repeatedly interrupted. They were like, "Do we really have to build this shit so tall?" Yes. Mail like this from Munich, 1942. German. But I was gonna say, I can't even remember his name anymore. Austrian descent. But he's the male. He's Walter Waltz, Werner Herzog. I do know this guy, but the other guy, and also Christopher Waltz. Is it Waltz? It is Waltz. TZ. Yes, this guy. 1956. He isn't that old. He's also a very good actor. Northern Territory containing coconut, Singaporean noodle dishes, and Malaysian and Indonesian spicy street foods. Mee goreng? Laksa, obviously. I fucking forgot laksa. I don't like laksa that much. I'm not a huge. Here's the thing. I like a noodle soup, but I would rather have noodles and soup separately. I'm like a weird guy like that. I know logically like this is really tasty, but it just gets in the way of the way that I eat my food. Right? I want to sip my soup, and then the solid things get in the way of me eating my soup. And now you're thinking just put them in your damn mouth. Yeah, but that just feels wrong to me. And so I like my noodles like slicked or like drier, you know, to the point where I can just like swirl them in like a pasta level, not like a soup level. But I don't have any problem with it. But if I have to choose, and the options are there, I'll choose the one that I like more. You know, it's that simple. Anyway, skip that. Skip that. I'm just keeping track on my phone, yo, because I do care about this. Oh my god, it's so fucked up that I forgot what this is. It's the damn shark. What's his name? I know his name. I literally, if I get this wrong, I'm gonna. Oh fuck, my walk pass is gonna be taken away. What is this? What's it called? What's this fucking shark's name? I'm like grabbing at it in my brain. I can literally picture it. It's the fucking blue shark. What's his fucking name? Oh no. I'm closing my eyes. I know it, man. I know it. Why can I only think of like waffle? But that's the word waffle, but like with an accent. I have to give up. I have to give up. It's the fucking garage. Oh, you fuck. I know it, man. I literally know it. And that's like, you know, when you know something so much, it leaves your memory is when things feel cruel. I'm literally gonna, that's the worst, like, memory loss incident, bro. Dutch painters from Amsterdam. Dutch portrait printmakers. I have no idea. Rembrandt, yes, that's the guy. Capital in Asia in Cyprus. I don't know what the capital of Cyprus is. Yes, that's fair enough. British, I almost said Big Red Giant. Is it James and the Giant Beanstalk? Jack and the Beanstalk. I'm thinking of the Giant Peach. That's a Roald Dahl book. I don't deserve this. This was the fucking... I'm literally the worst to ever play this game. I got 2, bro. Yes, I know. This is embarrassing. This is terrible. That's the end of the damn web games. Web, and how like and subscribe for this embarrassment to continue, man. How could I possibly forget? Comment also, to be clear.